electrive.com, industry service for electric mobility.
The wonderful thing about international trade shows is that you don't have to go very far to meet people from all over the world. And we're now off to the Netherlands to talk to Wibo Elzinger, part of the business development unit at ICU. And we're going to talk about what the rest of Europe can learn from the Netherlands.
Okay.
So I'll ask you actually that question right off the bat. What has Holland or the Netherlands, what have they done right that the rest of Europe could maybe learn from them?
What they did right is that I think that they just started off with installing the chargers in Holland. There were some municipalities and some grid companies variant in a different kind of region where they just started placing chargers in the street and public chargers, so everybody could charge, but there were no cars yet. So they just started. No chicken and egg story, but just the egg and start the chargers.
But now there are cars that charge there, and you don't have the problem that these chargers are just filling the streets, but they're never used.
They are filling the street, but there are actually not enough charge at the moment. So we had a big expanse of cars, 90,000 cars now in Holland, EV plug-in hybrids, and now they are starting selling and placing chargers in the streets again, because we have too little, we have too less. It's not enough, so that's what I would say. Yeah.
So here, especially at the trade show, we're talking a lot about fast charging and faster charging and even faster charging.
Yep.
But Holland or the Netherlands have really they're betting on AC charging. Do you think that's the way to go?
Actually, they do both ways. We have DC chargers along highways. So we think that the place to be for fast charging is along the highway. You can grab a cup of coffee and then charge your car. But actually, Holland is a small country, and when you have filled your car with energy, then actually you can drive all day. Most of the people can drive all day when you have a Tesla or a big battery. And people just charge at home when they get home. So that's actually how we do it in Holland.
So do you think that's a model that other countries can adopt?
I think so. But other countries, Germany is much bigger, for example. You need more fast chargers, I think. But people also, at the end of the day, they want to charge at home and have the battery full at the next day. And long drives in Germany with an electric car, I think that could still be a problem, because you have to stop every few hours to fill your car again. But I think it can do. Like in Norway, people driving electric, and it works fine. It really works good.
And what about in terms of the government or politics? Do you think you're getting more help than other countries are?
In Norway and in Holland, people get a lot of help from the government, although it's decreasing very quick. Plug-in hybrids, I think next year they will be. Next year they will have the same tariffs as normal cars. So only the 100% EVs they will get some subsidies, but the charging business actually has no subsidies at all anymore.
And it's still flourishing.
It's still flourishing, yeah. People earn their money back by selling kilowatt hours.
How come that works for you as a country? That you're making money with installing chargers and having people charge there, while other countries say we're just at the beginning, we're just getting started?
I think that in Holland it's somehow allowed that people start selling kilowatt hours. There are some companies who sell kilowatt hours to the drivers. And other countries have problems with that. So I think that's one of the reasons people can make a business model out of the charging business, that they locate and install chargers and earn them back by selling the kilowatt hours. So I think that's the reason why it works out here.
You don't have to be a utility in order to sell the energy people are using?
No, you don't have to be a utility. No. It's done by service providers who sell the kilowatt hours. And earn something out of that kilowatt hour. Yeah.
And what's the next step, as well as the Netherlands and as well as for you as a company?
That's a hard question. It's a hard business. It's moving very quick. So the next step would be, I think, no subsidies at all, subsidies at all anymore. People driving more 100% EVs, and I think we still need to have some more charges. But in the future, what it will be, everybody having a wire to the car and between the charger and the car, I think that won't be the future. So, and in a few years there will be some other techniques, and I don't think. But for now, I think the charging business is flourishing and will continue.
So you don't believe in the connected car?
I believe in the connected car for a few more years. But in the end, I think in Holland we want to have 1 million cars in 2025, I believe. When you think that we want to have those cars all connected by a cable, I think it's going to be a mess. But I think in the end there should be some other solutions. Which one I don't know yet, but we have to look into that.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you too.